everyone, I'm Destroy America and welcome back to another Punk Rave Australia review. Before we get started, if you could hit subscribe on one or both of our channels, that would really help us out. And I also have to let you know that everything today was sent to me as a gift, but I'll always give you my honest opinion in every review. Okay, so this is the item for today. It's the Gothic black and white pullover sweater. In the description, it says it's made from comfortable soft jumper thread, irregular striped pattern, front and sleeves with small worn out distressed segments, front frame has V-split and eyelet decoration, nicely weighted jumper, one size fits all. So let's have a closer look at this. And yeah, so like it looks pretty simple on the surface, but there's actually a lot going on here, and I really love this because some of you might know that I used to do a lot of knitting, and I actually learned to do punk knitting where you have those little ladders in there, like you can make them intentional, right? And I learned how to set them up, how to make them go, and then how to make sure they stop at the right point. And for me, it's just super fun to see that someone else has done it, except they've actually made it look good as opposed to the things that I used to do. So yeah, and then they've got this extra detail here, you know, just all this extra punk stuff. And so I was super excited to see it. Like, maybe this is very much a me thing, because, you know, not everyone has had a life like mine. But yeah, this is a thing I used to do. I used to just knit a lot and then found out how to do punk knitting. So I'm super keen to try this on, and it also looks super comfy, especially being one size fits all. It'll be quite large on me. So yeah, here's a detail shot of that little thing put in there, and I really like that. I think that's fun. Like, I never thought to put that on my ones, but you know, I made a few things and it didn't go that well. But yeah, look at this. And like, this looks like they've used perhaps a similar technique to what I learned, but they've just done it well. Yeah, and so I'm really excited. And here is the sizing. So it's one size fits all. You can see it goes from extra small to 2XL, and these are the approximate sizes that they reckon it'll fit. So we'll see how it looks on me, and then you can hopefully get an idea. Alright, so here it is, and it was sent to me in last review's big package in this really big Australia Post satchel. Now, as far as how long it took, I actually got these before Christmas, so that was a while ago, and I don't remember the timing. Plus, with the changing situation these days, you know, it's hard for me to give you an indication of exactly how long it's going to take anyway. So yeah, the main thing is keep an eye on the website, because if there are any major delays, they usually put them straight up there. All right, let's open this thing. Okay, so inside that big package, there's actually two different satchels. One of them is today's review. The other one, I'm actually not sure what it is, so bear with me while I figure that out. I thought the package was a little bit big. All right, so here it is. So let's go ahead and open it. So there's a really big piece of tissue paper in there, and also some silica gel. Keep that away from your pets. All right, so here it is. And the first thing I notice is this wool. And yeah, it's actually kind of nice. Like, it's not super soft, but I have memories of a kid wearing like things made out of wool, and they used to be really scratchy, whereas this one actually feels quite nice. So up the top you can see this thick collar here, and it's just got the slightest bit of stretch in it. And you can see up close that it's done with alternating knitting and purling to give you those sort of ridges there. Coming down a bit further, you can see that this section is very smooth. And on the inside, interestingly, you can see this sort of black and white thing going on here. So this is like where my knowledge of knitting completely disappears, because I don't know how you do that, making the stripes and then having the inside look like that, super smooth. Like, yeah, this is the sort of thing that I would never be able to pull off myself. Coming down to here, you can see one of these ladders in there. And yeah, importantly, the way that they've done it stops it from unraveling the rest. Because if you've ever gotten a ladder in like a normal kind of thing like this, it kind of just keeps unraveling on and on and on and on. That's why you have to do it in a particular way so that it actually stops where you want it to stop. And they've done that really well. So if I try and find all the ladders, so on the front section, there's one up here, one over here, and one down by the decoration. And then there's one more nice long one on the sleeve here. So there's a total of 4 ladders, which is kind of fun because 4 is like the Asian number of death, and I'm pretty into that. Now, as for the sleeves, you can see it has that same sort of knitting and purling ridging that the collar had, but they've also got these intentionally distressed, tattered bits, which are really cool. And the tattering is roughly the same on both sides. Same sort of thing on the bottom edging of the jumper. So we've got that thick black ridged section, and then we've also got more tattered bits, and they're quite big sections, which is, yeah, I love that. What's also cool is on this side where we've got that big ladder, that eventually turns into tattering at the bottom, so it looks kind of natural. Now, as for the split section decorations, so this is sort of like a thick material here, this strip along the edges, sort of like, you know, what you might use to reinforce a bit of fabric. I'm not really sure, I don't know a whole lot about that. But then they've got these little metal eyelets, which are really cool. And then as you can see up here, it's connected to the main fabric, but then they give you a little bit extra that just dangles at the bottom. And that's the same sort of thing on both sides. Finally, if we look at the back, so as you can see, it's just a solid panel. There's no decorations or weird things going on here. So if you wanted to wear this just to chill one day on a really cold day, super comfortable to lean back in a chair and not have anything poking into your back. So those are my initial impressions of the jumper. I'm gonna go and put it on and then we'll do some twirls. All right, so I've got the jumper on and now I'm gonna do some twirls so you can see how it looks on me. And I'm also gonna add one variation so you can see a different way to wear it. To compare, I'm gonna put my measurements and the jumper's measurements in the corners. So I hope that's helpful. And yeah, let's get into it. So I hope you enjoyed seeing how it looks on me and different ways to wear it, which I wasn't expecting. I thought, you know, I'd just chuck it on and that'd be it. But actually playing with it is kind of fun. Starting with the size first though. So obviously this thing is really big and it gives you that really, like, for someone my size at least, you get that really like comfy big jumper kind of vibe. But at the same time, if you're a larger size than me, there's plenty of like stretch in here. Like it's big and then it has that stretch too. So yeah, I think this really would fit all the way up, like, you know, yeah, amazing. Perhaps the one downside of being as small as me is that, like, it can kind of look a little bit too big and a little bit too baggy, but putting the belt around the middle, that sort of gives you that extra shape. I actually really like that, which is something I wasn't expecting. I was just like, oh, I wonder if I did this. And yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool. It helps, like, give you some shape. So I guess for me at least, like, I have two ways of wearing it. I can make it like, you know, that really comfy baggy kind of style. So like I could easily just wear it around the house, which I seem to be doing a lot of these days. There's not that many places to go still. But yeah, so you can have a nice comfy day in it, or you can just add one accessory and it's like, yeah, now I actually feel like I can go out and, you know, with all the little punk bits and pieces, it's pretty fun. Like, to me, there's different looks that you can achieve just with the smallest of changes. But you know, I'd actually be really interested to see what this looks like on someone who is a larger size than me, because you would fill this out a bit more, and so you would actually get more of your natural shape instead of, like, you know, me sort of looking baggy kind of thing. I think that would be really interesting. I'm sorry that I'm not able to show you what that would look like. But yeah, I think you would get a different vibe. One way or another though, it's pretty comfy. And especially like because it's baggy and it's a soft kind of material, like, you know, you have your full range of movement. That's pretty easy. As for the fabric, so, you know, I'm wearing a short sleeve t-shirt. So this is all on my arm here. And yeah, it does feel pretty nice. Like, you know, as I said, it's not super soft wool, but it's not that scratchy stuff that I grew up as a kid thinking I don't ever want to wear one of those things again. No, it's like, it's actually nice and it feels comfortable. And of course, you know, if you're wearing it in winter, you're gonna have long sleeves anyway, so you won't feel much of it. But yeah, no, everywhere that I can feel it, it's really quite nice. As for warmth factor, so I'm thinking, you know, Australian autumn, this would be really good. In the winter, you're gonna want like at least one extra layer. If it's a Sydney winter, like if you're overseas and you're somewhere where it actually snows, you want some more layers. But I guess the good thing about it being a bigger size is that you can put it on over quite a lot of layers and it would still look really nice. Other things, so if you look at the sleeves and how long they are on me, they kind of give that fingerless glove kind of vibe. If I'm going to be washing my hands though and I don't want to get the edges wet, it's pretty easy to just roll it up like that, and yeah, it sticks pretty well. Also, that split decoration, right? So this jumper is quite long on me, it goes quite far down. Something I'm noticing right now as I sit here, I'm sitting cross-legged, is that split is actually allowing me to sit quite comfortably. Like if it was sort of a tube all the way down, you know, it would be sort of like around my legs a little bit, and this sitting like this in this position would be a bit awkward. But because it does have that split, it's sort of just, you know, split nicely over my leg. And yeah, I didn't even notice it sitting down, but I looked down and I'm like, oh yeah, that works really well. And it was also fun when I was looking in the mirror just to see that like it does show a little bit of your leg as well. So you've got, yeah, this interesting combination of looking really comfy, but also having a little bit of that style. And then how do I feel wearing it? Cozy, comfy, chill. But if I want to put on, I've got this little belt, but you know, you could wear different ones. You could wear a thicker belt, different styles. You could really experiment with it. But yeah, even just putting on something as simple as this, I feel like, yeah, it gave me that extra little bit of shape and just change the vibe a little bit, but without making it uncomfortable. So it's like this sort of nice, yeah, in between kind of thing. Comfort and style at the same time. So yeah, overall, I'm really loving this. It's really cool. And yeah, to sum up, I guess, the size, it works really well. Like the one size fits all, I guess because of the nature of it, like, you know, it's meant to be big and baggy. So there's plenty of space. There's plenty of space for a few sizes above me as well. The fabric is also nice on my skin, and it's sort of that in-between warmth level. And then how it looks and how it feels to wear it. So it has that really like chill goth punk kind of vibe, very comfy, but you can also style it up with a few extra accessories. So yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this, and I think it's a top pick. And then also for me, with my knitting history, my attempts at punk knitting, it's extra exciting for me because, like, you know, it has these intentional ladders and things, and like, you know, these little ripped sections. I'm personally very excited that someone has done it and done it well, and way better than I could ever have done myself. Anyway, so if you'd like to buy one of these for yourself, Punk Rave Australia will be giving a 20% discount for the first 30 days after this review goes live. So yeah, jump in on that as soon as you can. As usual, I'd like to thank Punk Rave Australia for sending this to me. You know, my wardrobe is looking so amazing. And then this especially, I'm super excited for some cooler weather so I can just pop it on, get snug on the couch, maybe watch some TV. I guess what I'm really loving about this right now is even if like events get cancelled and things close and whatever, I can still wear this and be like really comfy and snug. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do give us a like, share, maybe comment your thoughts. Subscribe to one or both of our channels. So my channel, Destroy America, also has like vlogs and music, whereas the Punk Rave Australia channel is all fashion. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time when we open some more items from that big package. See you later, guys.